Hello, I am the chronicler. Welcome, or welcome back. Today is a spectacular day. I hope you enjoy Chapter 2. Please give a like and subscribe. Now, let's get into it. Chapter 2. The Awakening. There are moments in history when the weight of the unknown presses heavy upon those who dare to seek it. This was one of those moments. The artifact, silent for millennia, had not stirred for just anyone. It had been waiting for the right hands, the right mind, the right soul. And here, in this instant, centuries of hidden intent converged in a single heartbeat. And now, it had found them. The pulse of energy was unmistakable. A ripple through the air, a force that hummed deep in the bones of those gathered. The inscriptions along the artifact's obsidian-black surface shimmered, glowing brighter with each passing second, as though aware of their presence. No. More than that. As though aware of him. Faint liquid patterns rippled across the polished stone, and the glyphs shifted beneath the light, moving with deliberate, quiet life. Riley Farrow stood frozen, bright green eyes locked on the relic, the glow reflecting like twin flames. The pull in his chest tightened, an undeniable force reaching out, beckoning. He swallowed hard, torn between scientific logic and instinct deeper than reason itself. Riley's gaze flicked to Linda Kiley. Their eyes met for a heartbeat, a silent promise to face whatever came next, together. Ben Vargas shifted, fingers twitching, the air thick with tension and possibility. "I don't understand," Ben muttered. Dark eyes wide with awe. His fingers itched to touch the artifact, to unravel its mystery. What is it doing? What does it mean? Riley barely heard him. His mind roared with questions, theories colliding like particles in a vast cosmic expanse. This was beyond any archaeological discovery. This was something ancient, something alive. Linda shifted uneasily beside him, her usual calm tested. "We need to be careful." Her voice, measured but tremulous, carried the weight of concern. "What if it's dangerous? We don't know what we're dealing with." Ben scoffed. "What if it's something incredible? What if this is the key to understanding everything?" Riley exhaled slowly, gaze never leaving the artifact. "It's not a key," he murmured, the words slipping out unbidden. "It's a message. And it has been waiting for this moment." Holland Carter adjusted his glasses and crossed his arms. "And here I thought we were scientists. Until we get some data, all we have is speculation." Maya Patel watched closely from the edge of the room, studying Riley more than the artifact. She had seen prodigies before, young minds burning too fast, consumed by curiosity. But this was different. There was something in Riley's expression, a depth of connection beyond observation. As the artifact pulsed again, Carter's stern expression softened slightly. He exchanged a glance with Patel, who offered a subtle, reassuring smile. "You know, for all our training, sometimes this feels less like science and more like faith," Carter said quietly. Patel nodded. "Faith in discovery. In the unknown. That's what keeps us going, even when logic fails." Carter chuckled softly. "You always were the optimist in this group." Then Ben blurted out, "Because I gotta have faith, faith, faith." Riley and Linda exchanged a muffled laugh, the tension in the room softening for just a heartbeat. Carter smiled, shaking his head, and continued, "And you're the skeptic keeping us grounded. It's a balance we need, especially now." They shared a brief, understanding look, two seasoned minds acknowledging the impossible together. Ben nudged Riley lightly. "After all this, ice cream later? I think we've earned it." Riley managed a small grin, though his gaze never left the artifact. "You drive a hard bargain, engineer." Linda rolled her eyes, hiding a smile. "I'll take a rain check on the ice cream." "Focus, people. We need more time to study it," Linda pressed, glancing at Riley. We don't even understand the language. Ben ran a hand through his rumpled hair, eyes fixed on the glowing glyphs. Linda, look at it. It's glowing. Buried for 500,000 years, and now it lights up like a Christmas tree? That's not coincidence. Riley's breath hitched as the magnetic pull in his chest strengthened, drawing him closer. He reached out, not consciously, but as if guided by something beyond himself, fingers hovering above the artifact's surface. The air crackled with unseen energy, metallic tang sharpened his senses. For the briefest moment, the inscriptions and liquid patterns shifted beneath his gaze, rearranging like a puzzle coming alive. Then, in a single breath, the artifact pulsed again. The hum swelled, crackling through the lab as if the very air were charged with ancient power. Riley, stop! Linda's voice cut through the room, sharp. Urgent. But it was too late. His fingertips brushed the cold, impossibly smooth surface. In that instant, the world collapsed. A shockwave tore through him, stealing his breath. His vision shattered like fractured glass, light and shadow colliding in a violent storm. He barely registered the sensation of falling to his knees as his mind was pulled from the present, thrust beyond time. He saw it. A city. Not of Earth, not human. Towering spires stretched toward an indigo sky streaked with ribbons of gold. Twin suns burned low on the horizon, casting elongated shadows across structures of obsidian and liquid metal. The city pulsed with energy. Alive. Figures moved through the streets, humanoid yet unmistakably other. Eyes glowed softly, skin shifting with iridescent patterns, speaking a language beyond words. He could feel them communicating, their presence vibrating with purpose. They were creators. Architects of something ancient. Something grand. At the city's heart, the artifact rested atop a great pedestal. Before it stood two figures, one tall, imposing, skin-etched with golden luminescence, the other slender, surrounded by a soft cerulean aura. The first exuded command, robes adorned with celestial symbols of knowledge and power. The second radiated balance, gestures fluid, almost musical in grace. Together, they reached toward the artifact, movements synchronized in an ancient rite. Glyphs flared to life, shifting and merging, imbued with energies of sovereignty and creation, unity and enlightenment. The moment was sacred, a binding of cosmic intent. The vision trembled, edges fraying like a tapestry unraveling. The city, the figures, the artifact, they wavered, dissolving into darkness. Pressure built behind Riley's eyes, vast and unrelenting. The scene shifted. A name thundered in his mind like a memory not his own. Amun. Amun's expression was solemn, filled with purpose. As he and his counterpart extended their hands toward the artifact, glyphs blazed, casting the chamber in blinding light. Pain lanced through Riley's skull. He gasped, the vision shattered, pulling him violently back. The lab snapped into focus. He knelt. Breath ragged. The world around him distant and unreal. Hands gripped his shoulders, Linda's. Hazel eyes searched his face for answers. Riley, she shook him gently. What just happened? He struggled to speak, body trembling. I saw something. A city. The artifact, it wasn't lost. It was placed. Hidden. Someone sealed it away for a reason. Ben and Patel exchanged uneasy glances. Now you're saying this thing is some kind of messenger? Riley shook his head slowly, feeling the understanding settle deep in his bones. Not just a messenger, no. Something is calling me. Heavy silence filled the room. Carter stepped forward, voice low. How far does this reach, beyond us, beyond time? The question hung unanswered, the artifact dark and silent before them. But deep in Riley's gut, a certainty took root. Time seemed to settle back into the lab, but the reverberation of what he had witnessed lingered, heavy as history itself. They weren't the first to seek its secrets. And they wouldn't be the last. And so, across lands and ages, these threads of truth weave together. The chronicles await those who listen carefully. Stay connected to every revelation, subscribe, hit like, and journey with me as history unfolds.